Okay guys, I'm gonna make a short video here. I'm de-seeding a bunch of cherry pits, locally sourced from a schoolyard near my house. And I'm gonna show you an interesting way of doing this. Take a magnet. This is 2 magnets stacked one on top of the other with a countersunk hole in the center. You see that? Which perfectly accommodates a tiny cherry seed. So I don't know if I can get this into the camera there. So you can see in the camera now, you got a cherry seed and the countersunk hole, and I've got a actually magnetized magnet with, for one reason or another, a dime on the bottom. I'm gonna say the dime or a piece of coinage would actually help this process by kind of spreading out the load or the force. So what you do is you pick up this magnet down here with this magnet here, and it cracks the pit and it gives you the seed if you don't lose the seed. So there's the seed. Now that's kind of a small seed. I don't know if it's a good one, but we'll see. I'll put it in there. I'll try that again. So grab a seed, grab a pit, I guess you'd call it. We're extracting the seeds. I guess you could call this magnetic scarification. So sometimes it takes about 2 tries, other times even 3. It does work. So there, the pit has cracked, and the seed, you just gently crush the seed out of there. Try that again. So you got magnet with the countersunk hole. You put the pit in the countersunk hole. I've got 2 of these magnets stacked on top of one another, and then an actually magnetized magnet with a piece of coinage on the bottom, just because it was there. But also, you know, maybe it actually spreads out the load of the magnet. I'd maybe even put a nickel on here. So there is a little bit of a technique. You're not exactly picking the seed up. You are, in a sense, kind of throwing this magnet at this magnet. And on occasion, you do lose the seed. Maybe the countersunk hole could be a little bit bigger. But it does work. That's 2 out of 1, 2 good seeds, 1 bad seed, or 1 break. That's 3. So I'm at 3 to 1 with this technique. Okay, sometimes it takes 2 tries. That's 4. Let's see, best out of 5. Well, I guess I'm at 5 right now. So now that's 6. Okay, say best out of 10. I lost that one. I lost that seed. So that has to count as a failure. So that's 6 good, 2 bad. I got 2 more. That's 7 good, 2 bad. Okay, I got 1 more, best out of 10. Okay, that seed just went flying. That doesn't count. So this is magnetic scarification. Oh, that one was good. I didn't even mean to do that. You see how the magnet just flew up? There you go, you got your seed. So I don't know if this is enough exposure to the poles to have an effect on the seed as well. Maybe it is. There are multiple other techniques you can use. The other way, which is not as successful, is the vice grip method, where you just calibrate a set of vice grips and then crack the pit. And you do get a seed out of that, but that seed suffered some damage there. And then the other way you can do this, I'm not going to do a trial run out of best out of 10 with all of these methods. The other way you can do this is in a pair of pliers with a divot. See the divot? And a small anvil hammer. And you just smash the pit, and that method does work quite well. I'll do another one that way. The nuance here is to find the right pair of pliers. This pair of pliers, the divot is a little big. Okay, so I'll show you the magnetic scarification technique again. You got a magnet, countersunk hole. I think you kind of have to calibrate the two magnets. So this is I would say that's an 1 by 1/4 inch magnet. And that's say that's a 1/2 inch by 1 inch magnet. 1/2 inch by 1 inch, 1/2 inch by 1 inch. So the two magnets are, about the same volume, so to speak. So I'll just do that again. There you go. There's your pit. You just got to make sure the two magnets, they're between my hand now. Make sure the two magnets don't hit one another after you've already broken the seed, because you will lose the seed. So another one there. And that's another success. Some of the seeds are quite, I don't know, they're just shriveled, but I still saved them. There you go. This is a way to scarify cherry pits. I'm sure you could, so probably another reason this dime here is useful is it sort of reduces the wear and tear on this magnet here. It creates a little bit of a buffer between the two, so that you don't get this happening where the magnet starts breaking. And the other thing I'm thinking here is that you could scale this up, to different pit sizes. The other thing that's important here is I'm out on my flat roof. These seeds have been in the sun for about 2 days, so they're quite dry. There you go. Another pit, another seed. There. I guess it's a magnetic nutcracker, although this isn't considered a nut. Or is it? Anyways, what I do from here, soak them in water, and then paper towel. I learned this from another guy on YouTube there. Paper towel, cinnamon, in the fridge, in a Ziploc bag, and you cold stratify them, and then you grow them from there. Okay, so that's the video. That's a magnetic scarification. All right, magnetic scarification. Just a kind of neat idea there. Okay, I'll do one more here. Kind of cool to see. Okay, here's the pit. There's the seed.